As a crown is the coronary. This one is sagittal, and this one is lambdoid, and this one is squamous. Okay. Those sutures divides the bones of the skull. This portion is called frontal, and these two are called parietal, and this is called occipital, and this one is called temporal. All right. So if you divide the brain like that, the skull, this is called calvaria, this is called the base. Its inside is the same. Okay. Those indentations are vascular depressions when they are growing up. The blood vessel make imprints in there. Now here you have three fossas basically divided. This is a cavity, this two is also a cavity, and this one is also a cavity. This portion is what we call anterior cranial fossa. If you have anterior, you should have posterior, and these two will be middle cranial fossa. In the anterior cranial fossa, you have a structure called, starts with C, cribriform plate. Yes, cribriform plate basically has two significant structures. That one, that's elevation, is the crista galli, and the perforations are perforations of the cribriform plate where the olfactory nerves passes through. Now, then you have several openings. This one is what?
Obturator frame.
Foramen magnum, exactly, foramen magnum. And there is an opening also there. See that? See that? What do you call that? That opening is hypoglossal canal. Okay. What about there? Jugular, exactly. What about there? Foramen starts with L. Lacerum, exactly. How about that one? Starts with O. Ovale. And then there is a small one there called foramen. Starts with S. Spinosum. That one is another one over there. Starts with R. Foramen rotundum, exactly. And then there is an opening there. Optic canal, exactly. Okay, now there is another opening there. Internal acoustic meatus, because this is a continuation of this one, which is the external acoustic meatus. So when it goes there, it is external outside, but when it goes in, it's internal. You got it? Any question? Okay. Now, what bone is this? Temporal. How about this one? Is this part of the temporal?
The spinal?
Huh? This is temporal. Is this the part of temporal?
No.
Starts with S.
Spinal?
Sphenoid. Okay. You will note that that one in there is part of the wing or the butterfly configuration of sphenoid. As the name implies, it's like a butterfly. It should have wings, isn't it? This portion on the top is the lesser wing, and the one at the bottom is the greater wing. Very good. And this depression here is called sila turcica, where what goes there? Pituitary gland. Now, in here, we put it like this. You will see here the part of the hard palate. What do you call this? This is the palatine process, which is a part of this bone. What is this bone?
Mandible?
This one?
Maxillary? Oh, maxillary? Oh,
maxillary, yeah. Mandible is this one.
Part, yeah.
Yes,
My bad.
all right. What about this bone? What do you call this bone?
Palatine.
Palatine bone, exactly. And basically has two parts, the horizontal part and then horizontal and then the vertical. And what do you call this portion, this bone?
Vomer.
Vomer, exactly. All right. What do you call this?
Styloid process.
How about this?
Mastoid.
Mastoid. If this is styloid and this is mastoid, what do you call this opening?
A styloid mastoid.
Stylomastoid, foramen. Exactly. And that is the external acoustic meatus. What do you call this protrusion here?
Journal occipital
Protuberance, exactly. This portion of this bone is called
zygomatic.
zygomatic arch. Okay. Now, what is this opening there?
Optic fissure.
That is what we call infraorbital optic infraorbital fissure. See that? Voilà. Okay. Now, what do you call this portion? Glabella. What do you call this opening there? What do you call this again? Orbit. So it's above the orbit. What do you call this? Supraorbit. And these two here? Infraorbital foramen. Because that's it. And these protrusions here, like elevations where the teeth go, is called alveolus. Alright? What else? That's it.